afterwards. Well, okay. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Found out finally.
Yes.
Eurovision 2023 is going to be hosted in Liverpool, which
It is.
we didn't think this was going to happen, really, did we?
No, I was like 1000% sure that it was going to be Glasgow because like in our previous chat, I even said that I had a secret source. He's fired, so like I don't know.
Yes, he better be. I was going to say the secret source is not reliable anymore.
Yeah, he's fired.
Yeah, we can't be doing that.
But yeah, I mean, like it was quite a close call, anyways, because I think Liverpool sort of like got it by being like a music hub in the UK, because like it's where Beatles is from, you know, and when you like sort of like compare different cities from like from the UK, like Liverpool kind of like is fitting for Eurovision as a sort of like music hub, like an artistic hub.
It is 100%. Like, I absolutely love Liverpool. By the way, can you hear me? I just put my headphones in, you never know when you switch around. Yeah, I went there for my hen do, so it has got a very, very soft spot in my heart in general, but also just where it's going to be hosted. Do you find out where it's going to be hosted? Because it's going to be in the M&S Bank Arena, which I think is in the Albert Dock, which is like so beautiful there.
Is it? Because I don't know. I've never been to Liverpool, and I actually take this opportunity as an amazing excuse to go to Liverpool and hopefully.
Oh my god, I can't wait! No, we're going.
Well. We are going. Oh my god, we are going.
No, we have to go. Like,
literally, all my friends in London, they're like, "Okay, are we booking tickets? Like, have you booked your tickets? Are we booking tickets now? Have we sorted out accommodation?" But you know,
they're going to be so expensive. We need to book them now, like seriously, like because it's already kind of a spenny from London. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue about. I mean, tell me what you've heard so far, because obviously we found out yesterday.
Yes.
It's all been a bit of a whirlwind.
Yesterday night I was actually working and I was like gigging, and like my friend immediately, like one of my friends immediately texted me saying, "So Liverpool, huh?" ? And I was like, "What is he talking about? Liverpool?" What? And then it sort of like got me thinking, oh my god, he's talking about Eurovision. And then I googled it. So like I actually had no sort of like expectation whatsoever that the news would be released yesterday. I think none of us knew, right? Was yesterday a special day?
No, it was a complete surprise. Like, I was in my PJs, like I was like, oh my god, like no like warning at all. But to be honest, like, I mean, I don't know if they wanted to keep it like in England. Maybe that's why they picked Liverpool out the queue. I was trying to find the like actual votes, how we could see online somewhere, but I can't find anyone's anywhere. So if anybody knows like how far off Liverpool won by with Glasgow.
I mean, in some resources, Liverpool goes by the world capital of pop. So I think it's sort of like a reference to the artists that Liverpool gave birth to, you know. So I think like considering that Liverpool sort of like holds that sort of like equality, it also serves the Eurovision's history well.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. It 100% does.
Yeah, but I mean, a part of myself is kind of like not sad, but a little bit like Glasgow. I was so ready for Glasgow.
So was I. I literally was so ready after like we had that discussion. I was like, okay, I've never been to Scotland before. Like, let's go. But anyway, it's okay. Like,
it's okay. I mean, Liverpool for me is much easier. Like, it's like a very quick train journey from London. It is, right?
It's 3 hours, 2 hours. 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. It's not horrific, but you know, like it's closer than Scotland, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. What do you think about like Liverpool being the 67th hosting city? Am I wrong? Am I right?
I think you're right. I am pretty sure you're right.
Yes, 67. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Still got it.
Well, it's the fact that it's being hosted in the UK. Still, I can't get over. Like, how is this happening? But I also it's bittersweet to me because obviously the Ukraine thing's going on, and like I just hope that the world isn't distracted from what's going on there if we're hosting it. So I know that they're gonna have to have some kind of Ukraine, homage to Ukraine when
Oh,
they do
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
They're going to have to. They have to really do that. Otherwise, it's going to be such a shame if they
when
don't.
you look at it, there has been a lot of like historic events that happened throughout the last year, and also with the Queen passing. I think like all of like and obviously with Ukraine situation, like I am expecting like a cultural explosion from Liverpool's organization skills at this year's Eurovision. I think there's going to be a lot of like connotations and references to whatever has been going on in the world, but specifically with Ukraine. And also I think there's going to be an element that will commemorate the Queen as well.
I think so. They're gonna have to. Like,
Maybe.
they're gonna have to.
Perhaps.
We've got like all these politicians. Not that I am a big fan of them. Like on Twitter and stuff. Like Nicola Sturgeon was like upset that like Glasgow didn't get it, but congratulated Liverpool for getting it, and even our Prime Minister Liz said something about it. So it's just weird though that like they're all like talking about Eurovision. When is something that like the UK has had, like you said, there are a lot of like iconic historical, moments this year. So this is going to be another one next year, and like
definitely,
it's just crazy. I'm really happy but I'm really, really happy about Liverpool being picked in general. We've got the actual dates now as well. So we've got the 9th, 11th, and 13th of May confirmed.
Wow.
For the dates.
Oh my God.
So that's quite early, isn't it? Like normally
it is quite early,
later, isn't it? Am I tripping? No, it is early.
No, because usually it's like all the way through mid-May, or even sometimes a little bit like late May.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. No, I think you're right. But yeah, we need to get our tickets, definitely.
I've just been reading the comments, and Eurovision, Euro__vision, says that the tickets are quite expensive, and being a student, it only adds like more struggle to the labor itself to sort of like sort out your travels. And I was thinking, like, shall we do a segment on how to do things cheap in the UK, like Liverpool? Because if people are coming from abroad, like we could definitely recommend them to sort of like survive in the UK. Like Airbnb is a big thing. Like don't go for like big hotels, for example.
No, definitely don't. But also, in general, Liverpool is a party city. This is something I was going to talk about.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's got like a square. I can't remember what it's called now. How bad of me? Maybe it's called Albert again. There's a square that's literally just bars and clubs, and you can go from one to the other. They're all free, by the way. In London, you normally have to pay like quite a lot to get into like any bar or club. They're all free, so you can like bar hop from one to the other. I am sure there's going to be so many Eurovision themed nights, which you're an expert on, so maybe you should get on that.
Yes, yeah. Well, I'm thinking of going to Liverpool a little bit early, actually. Like, not like during the Eurovision season, but maybe in the beginning of May to sort of like get ready for the events and people. But depends, because like there may be some other plans that might involve us both.
Yeah. Oh God, that would be so good. Imagine. I'm still like wanting to go, like me and you, like host. Imagine.
You mean the whole Eurovision?
The whole Eurovision. You got to have goals, guys.
That'd be funny.
No, but what do you guys think in the comments? Let us know as well. How are you feeling? What are you excited about? Like, all your.
Cameron has got a single bed in Liverpool. If anyone wants to.
I'll pop that on there. There you go, Cameron. You volunteered now.
Okay. You're a part of our team now, Cameron. We're doing this.
100%. No, I'm actually curious how much are tickets now? Like just for like train tickets. I'm looking on Trainline. But we definitely need to do like.
Oh, you're looking at Trainline now.
You've got to show the people. London to Liverpool. I'm just curious.
Yeah. Also, where is everybody from in the comments section? Like, where are you guys writing from? I just would like to know.
Are many of you from the UK?
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of people that watch here that are from the UK, obviously. But no, like, this is being slow. No, I actually cannot wait. I still have, we still have Junior Eurovision to come. We still haven't gone past, like, which honestly, you need to look at the songs.
No,
They're so good.
I've got a series of reactions to do. Like, I've been quite busy with life, as cliche as it sounds, but I'm looking forward to just digging in the Junior Eurovision because I've been hearing amazing things, and like I also miss doing reaction videos. So like I'll officially open the season tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah, good. You should. You're gonna love it
because the national selections are pretty much will start happening in November, right? Because I remember last year in November things got really hectic. Like from November until like January, like we had like December also. I think the Italian or Spanish national selections take place during that time.
Yeah, they do, and Israel's already picked.
Israel's already picked, yeah. They're no longer doing the X Factor thing, which is interesting. Like they had
I know, because you were so involved last year though. That's why.
I know. And this year they're like, okay, we're not doing that anymore. Like we tried it.
It didn't happen. I don't know. Well, I'm glad they've picked Noah Kirov so far. I don't know if you've reacted to any of her stuff, but she's very, very good. Okay, everyone's from all over the place. So I just need to say, so we've got Malta, Germany, France, Hull. Our camera's from Hull. So you're a couple of okay, I'm gonna put you back on. So you're a couple of hours away. Still, he's offering a bed. So if anyone's interested, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, Saul, how are you feeling? Because you're from Glasgow, you're probably really upset. I feel bad. I know, like, we had our hearts set as well, but you know what? It's still put a lot of attention onto Glasgow. So I'm sure loads of people have booked their tickets and they will go regardless. So
definitely, yeah. Definitely. All of my friends from Glasgow and from Scotland generally, they're quite sad that Glasgow couldn't get it. Like, it's almost like a national situation at the moment amongst them. But I mean, it is still in the UK. Like, we are having Eurovision in the UK, so I think at the end of the day, like, it's going to be a huge, you know, annual event.
Yeah, it will be. I don't even know though, like, how to even imagine how it's going to be next year, just because I don't know. I'm just not prepared. Like, I don't think we ever thought this would happen, and I don't know.
Have you ever been to like a proper Eurovision show before?
Like watching it?
Watching it, yeah.
No, you know,
I haven't either, and like it's actually a little funny. Like, I don't know what to expect because like it's quite a different setting. Has anyone in the comment section like ever been to an actual Eurovision show? How does it feel like?
Yeah, I know. We're virgins over here. We have no idea. Literally.
Mikey Rolson is from Liverpool, and they cannot wait to showcase this wonderful city. What would you recommend for people who are going to visit Liverpool for the first time, especially like during May? I mean, people should also be doing some sightseeing as well. Like, it's an amazing city.
100%. They need to showcase the city, and they will do. So there's so many great things about it. Oh, Dan Hunter went in Eurovision 1998.
Oh, Birmingham.
Amazing. Oh, that must have been so great in the 90s as well. Like, they had such great songs back then. But it's a different ball game now, I feel, isn't it, to the back then? Like, the scale of Eurovision now versus then. Like, it was a big deal. It's always been a big deal. But I think the attention and worldwide notability of Eurovision now, like, everyone is watching it from around the world. It's so much easier to watch it from around the world. So there is a lot of pressure for us to get it right this year. But at the same time, I'm not worried because the UK knows how to put on shows.
Yes.
You know how to do this.
I am confident that next year's Eurovision will be one of the best sort of like events, like in terms of like the event that we've ever seen before. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like I'm expecting, like, in my mind, my like bar is quite high. I think it's going to be quite an exceptional event, from organizing to hosting, and then sort of like blending different cultural elements and making it all work. And you know,
no, 100%.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited about like next year's Eurovision. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's going to be great. The next thing is like, who's going to be presenting, like hosting the actual show, Because I'm curious.
Well, Graham Norton, like inevitably.
Oh yeah, he's going to be
involved.
He has to. He is the voice of Eurovision for how many years?
He is the voice of Eurovision. Yeah.
Like for the UK, that is.
Yeah, for the UK. Yeah.
Like, anyone else probably has never really experienced that, but I mean, I think he is. No, he has to be involved heavily. I think he will be one of the main people on stage.
He will be.
Yeah.
And then like I'm quite curious as to like, because every year, you know how each country, each hosting country comes up with a different way of hosting the event. Like some countries sort of like prefer cultural connotations to introduce the artists. Some countries sort of like choose to introduce their own, like the countries, the hosting country's own cultural elements instead. So like I'm really curious as to how this year's Eurovision is going to look like on a like hosting basis, because there's also, like we said in the beginning, like there's a Ukraine situation as well, and I'm expecting a co-hosting situation as well, like maybe indirectly, maybe not obviously, but like subtly, I think we will know that Ukraine is involved as well.
Do you think Verka's gonna have any kind of like thing? Because I mean, we've seen Verka every kind of Ukraine like hosting or anything like it's always been his role.
Maybe Verka will be one of the hosts. Who knows?
Oh my god! Imagine in Liverpool. Actually, that would work. That would actually work really well, because then that brings in Ukraine's like side of it, and everyone knows Verka as Ukraine. So like I think that's kind of a given. But also somebody just said Graham Norton. Graham Norton doesn't want to be the host, but will be the commentator still. So Maiden says he still wants to be a commentator.
So not like host. Okay,
so
you know what?
He's not going to be on stage. So Verka could. I'm so up for
Verka. Like, do it.
Who else is
BBC, do it. Seriously,
please,
hear us.
BBC, take us seriously now. This is no time for games. Like we don't have time for this. Okay.
I mean, on one hand, like you could have Verka, and on one hand you could have like a British host.
Yeah, I mean, like we saw Mika doing the last one. Like, I mean, Mika's not even Italian. So it doesn't really make a difference. No, he's half Lebanese and French, I swear, or half Lebanese and English or British.
I literally thought he was Italian, like last year.
No,
okay,
he was not. He's not. Maybe he's got some kind of. Maybe I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know. But I'm pretty sure he's not. So anybody can host. I could see each artist visiting refugees in their country before they could be. But do you think that might make it just? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe.
Visiting Ukrainian refugees in their country. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the thing though. Like, I have no idea how they can like do this in a very respective and like it's such a hard situation that they need to have a good balance of the two, because you don't want to like glorify the situation as well, if that makes sense. Yeah,
there needs to be like a really like fine balance between like doing it classy, but not at the same time maybe going too emotional, because
exactly
probably that would be the best, because
no, I agree. Okay, this is a good question.
Where's the question?
Who would you like to see represent the UK? Like,
oh my god!
After Sam Ryder, I mean, they've got to have good songs now. We cannot go back to where we were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago. So we need to continue this good streak.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like when it comes to the UK, I don't know whom I would like to see, representing the UK. I mean, I got some big names in my mind, but I think now that Sam Ryder sort of like broke through, because like he's from TikTok, right? Like he broke through on his own. So maybe like another social media, phenomenon could again carry this legacy. But names, I don't know. I don't know. Who do you think? Have you got any ideas?
I agree with what you're saying as well, because I feel like we need to have. I like the idea of putting someone with a less higher platform, like, an already achieved star, for instance. Like, I'd much rather see a new face and an up and coming star do this, because it's so good to like just find new people all the time, and also bring new people, but also new talent. And Sam Ryder was so, I'd never heard of him before.
Me
like,
neither.
I didn't see him on TikTok, nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, there's a more genuine personality that comes from being someone that has that background, that isn't born and bred in stardom, if that makes sense. And I think having the love for Eurovision was the difference what we saw in Sam Ryder, because he genuinely loved this contest and still loves this contest, and that's why he did so well, because he wanted to be there. And in the past, we have had so many people come to Eurovision for UK that are just going because they're going for Eurovision in the UK. They don't actually have any kind of well, I might be wrong. They probably like Eurovision and maybe watched it a couple of years, but like, he really wanted to be there. You know what I mean? And you could tell.
Definitely.
So I think that helps when you're someone that's up and coming and genuinely is devoted to making it. And Becky Hill, oh my god, that's a good shout.
That would be a great option.
I mean, I know she's already very achieved, and that goes against everything I just said, but I would still be down
who could be interesting? Birdie. I mean, she's quite depressing when it comes to her tunes.
I was gonna say,
but like with a tune like that in her voice, maybe not in her like main style, but like something like almost like an anthem, like
more down tempo anthem.
One more, but like not like depressing down tempo anthem.
I was gonna say we can't have anything depressing next year. Like
you and I, we have very like strong opinions about depressing tunes.
No, I know. No, I like some. Like, I like Jamala. I love that song. That's very depressing, and that gets in my soul. It's just the way that it's made though with the tunes. So, and the UK does have a lot of culture going on, so I feel like we could have something as well that
why not? Yes, exactly. Like literally I was going to say the same thing. Like, why don't we see something a bit more ethnical from a UK entry? Because like the UK is there was an explosion of multicultural existences, and like these are all sort of like connected to British values. So
100%.
Why not just represent that and just give people something a little bit more like, a fresh British service?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting a lot of like Adele, Harry Styles, and
I mean, those names were also in my mind, like also Sam Smith, but I don't think any of those names would ever accept to go ahead and represent the UK, because
no, I don't think they would. And I also I'm just leaning towards, let's get someone that like, since when have these people cared about Eurovision? I don't think they have. Like, have you seen them in any? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But Adele keeps coming up. I'm getting a lot of Adeles here.
Yeah.
Do you think that she would be too big? I just think she's too big. Like when they're that big, like you said, why would they have any involvement in this? What would they gain out of winning?
I think Adele would be better off if she got like an interval act.
Yes,
exactly.
To
represent like, hello, this is Britain and this is the UK, and I'm one of the best stars of the UK ever produced. So, but this is my spot. I'm not a
I'm not the star of the show. I'm
not a contestant, but I'm a star worldwide. So eat your heart out, bitches.
I agree. No, I completely agree. I think that there's so many options for that, and that's why I think you're right. This will be a really great year, because they're going to put on such a good show, and we're going to have really good interval acts. And we better. I think they're going to have some kind of Beatles tribute. If it's like maybe singing. Do you remember like this year they had like all these like Italian club bangers that were like was it Benny Benassi was doing? They could do something like that with like Beatles songs. Honestly, Eurovision 2023 committee, hire me. I'm ready.
Definitely. Definitely. There are just way too many ideas.
Yeah.
With like solid roots. So please do listen to the fandom. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, see, everyone's saying for the interval act now. Oh, this is a good question. Do you think the postcard should be filmed in Ukraine?
That's what I was questioning as well.
I didn't even think of that until now. This is tricky because I think they should, but at the same time, again, what can they do? What can they do like in Ukraine?
I don't think so. And to be honest, I don't even think it would be fair because Liverpool is hosting now. Like it is, and Liverpool is hosting because of because of a war situation. So like, the UK was the runner-up, and then like now the right to host has been passed on to the UK. So I am expecting things to go according to the rule book most of the times, but I do think that there will be special moments that will sort of like, touch upon Ukraine. There will be a lot of moments, I think. I'm still at that like co-host situation with Barca, or like a Ukrainian, superstar.
I could see. No, 100%. No, I think that I agree because I think when you do host, they must have some kind of rule book of what you can do and what you can't do. But has this actually happened where someone has won in the past and then they can't participate because of a war? I don't think this has happened before, has it? I don't think it has. This is the first time in history, right?
Yeah, I think so.
God,
I don't know.
There's been so many first time in history the last few years for Eurovision, like the COVID year where it was the first year that never, we had to cancel Eurovision.
Yeah.
And now this. So like this is like a lot of firsts. So I feel like they have to start making up almost like rules for situations like this.
Definitely, yeah.
She's actually so sad what is happening to this world. I actually can't deal. But anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's really difficult to fit in when you have like sharp rules because they could be bent very easily now.
Yeah, no, 100%. But no, I'm really looking forward to it. And literally, we need to start like booking this. And
exactly, I am like literally like we need to start like a segment on how to like get ready for Liverpool 2023. Like let's do a whole segment dedicated to like what was it called that we did last year?
It was
Road to Eurovision. Like so like road to your Liverpool 2023.
Yeah, it's now Liverpool. That's so crazy. No, it's going to be really great, guys. Let us know if there's any last minute comments. But I don't know what else did you find out anything last night? Actually, you didn't tell me any more details, or was that as much as everyone knew? Because we don't know too much. We don't know too much more, but we will start finding out in the next couple months what's happening. All these little details that we are so curious on, and I think we need to start booking because guys, it's gonna be virtually impossible. Maybe we need to get a private jet at this point. I don't know. We'll see.
No, I'm serious. Like I'm gonna start looking for Airbnbs and who had this single bed? Maybe I could put myself through. Cameron. I can cook.
He can cook. I testify to that. Oh my god, that kufte you made me. Like you made me this bowl literally filled to the brim with kufte, and it was so good, but I couldn't eat it all. And I was like, I'm taking this home.
Absolutely. I mean, seriously.
He gave me a little like auntie like doggy bag. It was great. I love it.
Like a very cultural way of cooking.
That's how we do it.
I know as an Armenian you would appreciate it because like
I fully
it's meaty and fatty and a lot of butter inside.
It's all the best things. It is honestly the best food in the world. The Mediterranean, Turkish and Armenian cuisine, I've got to say, is the best. Not biased at all, but
once in a while it's okay.
Yeah, of course. All right.
Okay. Cameron has invited me to drop him a cheeky DM on Twitter. Whenever someone says to me like follow me on Twitter or like DM me on Twitter, I'm always expecting like naughty content. because I don't really use Twitter anymore. So like Cameron, I don't know what's
Neither
gonna
do
happen
I.
between
Literally
us, but
never.
I'll do it anyways because I really want to.
I never go on Twitter, so sorry if anyone tweets me. I do now and then, and I need to get better, but yeah, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Even TikTok scares me sometimes. I go on and it's like, you know,
well, I've just learned how to do reels on Instagram, so I'm there.
Yeah. Oh wow,
I'm there.
He's ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
He's real ready. God, we actually like grandmothers, like our humor, you know, sometimes like it's in our culture, guys. Okay, we can't help it with the bad jokes.
And YouTube is already like old-fashioned enough, and like some people need to do just YouTube, and like the others can do TikTok, but I can't do all of them. Well, that's my opinion.
You can't. You're good at YouTube, and you're good at like Instagram. You're very good.
That's all. But not TikTok and Twitter stuff.
You'll get there. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming and joining us. We will be back, I'm sure, as soon as we start hearing more details on next year's contest. But in the meantime, we have a lot of other content on this channel. Obviously, Junior Eurovision is coming up. Check out my videos if you haven't for that. There's been loads of songs that have been coming out the last few weeks. There's so many good ones. And Oz needs to do his, so Oz do it. And then you can go on his channel. And watch it. But anyway, thanks,
so nice catching up with you.
It's always a pleasure. Absolute pleasure. So much fun. All right. We're gonna go, guys. Have a good Saturday. Bye bye.